Hello, Richard Payne from Unbreakable to Slow Burn. It's an interesting topic we have today, to act like the person you want to be. There's a few sort of words in that which you should think about. The person you want to be. So if you're not the person you want to be, who are you? First of all, the word ego, what it means in the dictionary or encyclopedia, is a fictitious character. It's somebody else that you made up of who you are right now versus who you want to be. I had a fictitious character for a long time, thinking I was a bloody hard-working, good person. But the first 40 years, I was pretty misinformed about my ego and who I was or who I am. I didn't reflect much then, with deafness issues, asthma, lack of education, just trying to follow my peer groups and trying to pick one out that I'd like and be like. I love looking at my dad. He was a hardworking man. But that was him to me, not me to me. From 38, 39, I realised a lack of education was going to tell on me. I had to learn. Schools and courses and certificates weren't going to help me. So I started reading a lot more non-fiction books, learning books, and start trying to identify my I won't call them issues because I didn't know it was an issue. I'll identify them as my challenges or the reasons why I need to learn something. My first go to learn something or be someone else was to work on my language and my delivery, because I had a very strong stutter. I was boring. Trying, but boring. So when the 38, 39 mark came up and I started reading, the education of myself, I decided to read a book a week for the rest of my life, from 38 to 71. Interesting. I loved the reading. I loved to break through that fictitious character and peel this back. When I watched the movie called Shrek, the donkey said to Shrek, "It's like peeling a layer off an onion." I laughed when I heard that. But why I laughed wasn't for the donkey joke. I laughed because if you peel the layer back off an onion, you're still an onion. So if you want to remain an onion and peel the layers off the onion, stay there. Be an onion for the rest of your life and peel the layers back, because you'll never get to it. But there was a good bit of humour in the Shrek movie. So I didn't want to be an onion. But who is me? Who is me? As I started to read through philosophy, learning, education, some self-development courses, didn't have the privilege of education, formal education. So who was it that I wanted to be? I started seeking out different admirers, people I admire, Nelson Mandela, Muhammad Ali. So pretty interesting leaders of the world, genuine leaders. I'm so glad that I did that. I read The Long Walk to Freedom by Nelson Mandela 4 times. He ran the country from a prison cell. His mind of complexities was extraordinary. So that gave me a lot of help and assistance, how he could work through the complexities, the risk analysis. What a brilliant man. So I kind of like trying to be one who Mandela was in his complexity of thinking. So unless I was aiming towards being a better person, this is starting to work. This started to engage, delivery, engagement. And one thing was happening, my eyes are up. My eyes used to be down, my eyes began to be up. I enjoyed it. And then when I sort of made an announcement that I didn't want to be the old Richard, the new Richard. The ancient Chinese word for work is take your gift to the marketplace. I love that, with the Nelson Mandela reading and taking your gift to the marketplace. So my gift, I found something. I don't know if it's exact, but I found it and I fell in love with it. I've become a coach, a business coach. When I first started, I was just an ordinary business coach. Ordinary, very like the rest of the pack. It was good that I chose that, but it gave me the leverage in my mind and heart to become the world's best business coach. By golly, I did it. I did it. Because I had that hard-working goal, I found my gift. The marketplace was Australia, then the world, and it worked. My business grew. I employed other coaches, and they struggled sometimes because I was already moving ahead. I was trying to understand their learning styles. They wanted to coach. I loved them for that. But they struggled trying to be the old them in a new world, which means the equivalent of your use by date. Okay. So when I highlighted to the coaches that they were confronted with their use by date, their gift was a little bit shallow, marketplace didn't know, I just said, do yourself one favor, you know my experiences. So I said to them, if you don't know who you want to be and you like someone who you want to be, mimic me. So they did, and they came out with extraordinary success. It wasn't sustainable, but gave me a big leg up, a big thinking system. I started being more powerful, stronger. Then I suggest them go and learn your way, your style of being you, not being me. It's great, you leverage and it went up, but they did it, and they're extraordinary. So back to the simplicity of what I'm saying, the simplicity. Who do you want to be? Not sure? Find someone strong that could leverage you towards who you want to be. You're allowed to do this. It might feel fraudulent, but it's not. You've got to start somewhere. Reading, education, eyes up. Have a crack at it. It's all in one decision. One decision. Have a think about it. Richard Payne, pinpointfocus.net. Richard Payne, pinpointfocus.net. And let's see how we go of who you want to be. Thank you for listening.